that's going on. So we focus our study, our index entirely on what action is happening. But remember, we're not talking about outcomes here. Unlike many of the other indices, we measure combine various outcome indicators, stunting, undernourishment rates, and bang them together and come up with a ranking. We're looking actually at these actions, what's happening on the action side. And we look at two realms, both on hunger and in terms of undernutrition. We would be very interested in looking at overnutrition as well, but finding any decent data for 45 countries which actually say something about what governments are doing on this right now is completely impossible. The idea of the index is if we calculate scores on an annual basis, we can actually see what trends develop over time, and then obviously we try to link that back to what's actually happening on the ground. Does commitment matter? Is commitment a factor in producing better outcomes? But that of course depends on empirical sets of data, and nobody's been collecting data on commitment so far, so we've just start to do that. So it's quite difficult at this stage to already make very clear causal linkages between commitment and outcomes, because what we know of outcomes is all based on past data, whereas commitment, we just started to measuring it now. But the idea is if we move forward, we'll build up this time series of data, and then we can actually present a much more a richer causal picture of what's happening. Does it matter or does it not matter? Under what kind of conditions, etc. Right now, we look at 45 countries. This is based on pragmatism. It's based on, first of all, an important choice of picking out high burden countries. So we're looking at all countries in our index, actually countries which have serious